dear. Apparently there's an e-bike in this box. What sort of e-bike is going to fit in this box? A very small one by the looks of things. Small but heavy. So this is it, guys. Clown bike. Is that handled? Actually is. This could be useful. This could be useful. Hear me out. This could be useful. So it's just started raining, and look, it actually fits in the porch. Not many bikes can do that, and that's actually a good thing because the battery is not removable, so you actually have to plug in the charger. You know, you need to be close to a plug socket basically to plug in the charger and get around the little. There we go. Right, we've plugged it in. So this is a 10 cell battery. I believe this one is the 10 amp hour one that they've sent me, and so the charger is obviously charging to a maximum of 42 volts. So the charger's a 1.5 amp charger by the looks of things, so you're going to be like 6 hours for a full charge on this, and because the bike's so small you can keep an eye on it whilst it's charging, so that's good. Right guys, let's test this out then. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to the town, do my usual stuff, do a couple of errands, go to the park, do a bit of FPV flying, bit of FPV practice, and then we'll see if this little bike can sort of, you know, do the job. The thing about little bikes like this is what I find is they're a bit like, it's a bit like a scooter with a seat, and that's quite a useful thing because obviously you've I'm getting a bit of a vibration on the pedals. What's that? What that's about? But yeah, basically scooters are, you know, a bit of a no-no now, aren't they? So, you know, you might find that you might get caught riding a scooter on the road and it gets taken away from you, but you wouldn't on something like this because it's a bike. It's 250 watts. Yeah, there's definitely a little bit of a vibration on the chain. I don't know if something's rubbing on the back. Brakes are all right. Oh no, it's starting to rain now. It has got pedal assist. It has also got a throttle as well, which I'm not going to use because you're not allowed to, and I ain't going to be testing top speed on this because this is not the sort of bike you want to be going fast on. So yeah, one of the things about little bikes like this is you end up, if you have the seat too high, which you've got to if you've got long legs and you want to pedal, look at that, look, you end up, it gets pretty unstable. Yeah, that is a problem with these bikes, but as long as you're aware of it, then it will be what it'll be. So yeah, I mean, you know, it's going to get you from A to B a bit like a scooter will, but a bit more comfortable. So when you're going uphill, that front wheel is super light, and as soon as you pedal and put power on, look, that's going to come up. So you want to be wary of that. This might not be the bike for you if you've got to do a lot of kind of uphill and off-road stuff, because the minute you forget about that, it'll catch you out. Trust me, I've ridden quite a few of these bikes now. Right, so a little close-up of the bars. So you've got a power gauge here. That's actually got 4 LEDs on it. 3 are lit now. So I think the battery is virtually fully charged, but not completely. That switch there's a cruise control. Yeah, cruise control. And then you've got an on and off switch there. So it's pretty simple. You have got, if you hold that down, see it's gone up to, it started flashing that top bar now. If you hold that down, then you get the front light will actually turn on. You know, not a bad front light. And you've also you get like this light at the back as well, which is just like a sort of battery powered thing which flashes and does other things. I think you can have a solid, yeah, you can have solid on there. We'll leave that on. All right, let's get on the way. So things like this are pretty handy because I'll show you in a minute. I'll go and get some lunch and I'll just go straight in the shop with this. It's literally easy to do and you don't have to worry about leaving it outside. You can carry it about. I mean, it's not got a huge amount of power or torque or anything, you know, really. But it will get the job done. It will get you from A to B. I think that bikes like this, that's what they're really sort of designed for. You know, gets you out and about. If you've got to get on a train or something like that, it'd be quite handy. It's only got 1 gear, remember, so thank you. So, you know, you're not going to be able to nip through the gears. But it's probably quite a well-matched gear to what the bike's going to be doing. I mean, I haven't found any issues just yet. So brakes are good. One thing I did notice is the brake disc on the back is actually nearly as big as the actual wheel. See, the front wheel, look, it's getting sketchy. Look at that rear disc, look. It looks absolutely massive. I don't know what they are. They like 180mm, no, 160. 160. It's still pretty big for a little bike like this. Oh dear. Obviously the handlebars fold as well, so you can fold this flat, pedals fold in. So again, that's like another thing, you could stick it in the boot of your car, and when you get to the other end, you know, you could park out of town to avoid like parking. That's what I do sometimes if I've got, you know, small little vehicle like this, you know, this or the Segway or anything like that. But yeah, you see, look, my legs are going around like the clappers. I've got no speedo on here as well, which is kind of unlike some of the other bikes. Like there's a little Fido as well. There's a little Fido, a company called Fido that make e-bikes. There's a little Fido that's the same sort of setup as this. Very similar. I think with that bike though, you sort of get a few little extras. Obviously a speedo. You get like a pump on the actual saddle. It's actually built into the tube, the saddle tube, seat post thing. So that's worth bearing in mind. But hopefully nothing will break and we'll be able to do what we need to do, because I don't want to be walking this back, even though it is light. I'm just sort of keeping going with pedal assist, because sort of legs go round a bit and then you can coast a bit. You know, if you wanted to avoid traffic and stuff, you know, it's not a bad way of doing it, whip in and out of town on something like this. But is it going to be, most people will probably only have one e-bike and not like 96 like I've got. Mainly because I get sent them, but this would be pretty ideal. If the station was a little bit too far for you to get to, this would be good, because you could then get it on the train. So yeah, they have their uses, definitely. Accordion player, don't stop. Do that as well. Just go in here. I need to turn my light off, it's a bit bright. Blinding everyone. There you go, look, there's plug sockets under there. This actually feels pretty comfortable. Not too many people are laughing at me. It's probably not helping the fact that I've got a big sort of backpack on with all my FPV gear in it. Because obviously that's the weight hanging over the back, but you know. All right.
Oh yeah,
all right. So the pedal assist is interesting on this. It sort of doesn't work from the sort of like low down. So if you like, when you start off, it won't actually start until you're doing. It's hard to tell when it actually does start, but it's sort of, yeah, it's coming in now. So it actually doesn't start until you're rolling, which is a different one. Not seen that before. Anyway, it started blooming raining. When it comes to steps, no problem at all. It's probably no heavier than a scooter. Right, let's see if I can get to my little flying spot. Hopefully it will stop raining as well. Cruises along nice though. See how it does on grass. Down to 2 battery bars now. I think that might just be the voltage drop of the battery, you know. Let's go over here. So a bit of a rip. Just practicing going around these goalposts. Oh, but that was good. But this rain, I tell you, this can do one. This little bike needs to just get me home, and at least I won't have to worry about sticking it in the, or putting it away or anything. I'll just stick it in the hallway. With a little bit of help from me, Went up that hill just fine. I'll tell you what though, that battery just went down to 1 bar. I'm wondering if they've sent me the smaller battery. Very cold though out here, so maybe that's affecting it. That is such a nice feature though. I really like the idea of that. Keeps going down to 1 bar. We've got 2 bars at the moment. I've still got a little way to go, but I've also got a massive hill. There's a massive hill up coming. I'm cold, I'm wet, and I want to be in the warm. Try and get up this hill one-handed, recording on the phone because the GoPro's gone flat. Gone down to 1 bar. This is not going to make this, I'll tell you now. We're not going to make it all the way home. I'll be very surprised. I can't be bothered with this, I'm just going to get off. It's actually hard to pedal this bike. Hopefully we'll make it home. It's got 2 bars. When it comes off the pad, it's got 2 bars, so that is kind of something. Oh, we're going to make it. Oh, there's not a lot of power left. Home stretch. And we made it back. Right, that's enough fun for today, guys.